Hello and welcome to my brief video demo of Shining Force BC. It's a project I've been working on building for a while now, so let's get started. We'll press space to begin, and our only option at this point in time is New Game. And I'll be walking you through the tutorial here. You can see the text window at the bottom of the screen. At the center we have Bowie. He's the active character. He has his position and land effect displayed over his head. And as it's talking about here, you can only move around on the screen when a window does not have focus. This tutorial text window has focus, so we'll have to wait until it's done saying its thing until we can move around and take a look at the map. And it asks us to press F3, which we'll do, and the camera will slide over to Chester. And these flashing squares you see show how far he can move this turn if we were in combat. It's also talking about land effect and a character's movement score. Chester has a movement score of 7. On a perfectly smooth surface he can move 7 squares in a turn. However, that is rarely the case. Usually there's other forms of terrain getting in your way, such as rough uneven ground or high grass, and then sometimes forests, sometimes hills. Different characters do better or worse on different terrain values. And we can show Chester's stats by pressing F11 and send them away with F12. And this works for all 3 of the characters currently in the force. And we'll show action menus with F7, and you can make a choice, and then whatever one you highlight, it will be animated and have the little red box around it. Press F7 again to drill down one level deeper. Show all the different things on the item menu, and then we'll back out of here. And when you back up, the menus slide off the screen to the right, and the one that was the previous one will come back from the bottom. Moving forward, we'll also show you yes/no choice windows that kind of partner up with these text windows. And as you can see, the yes/no menu slides on, you make your choice, and then you hit space to confirm. If you hit home, like it asks you to now, it'll take you into editing mode. I'll show you that a little bit more real quick at the end of the demo. And we'll hit home to toggle back out of that. And if we wanted to see this tutorial again, we could press F9, and we'll press escape to quit when we're done. Okay, for now we'll drive Bowie around the map. And we'll see here that I've got a garden of little bush tiles here showed to show you land effect. So we'll hit F1 again to bring up Bowie's current movement, and he can move anywhere if this were a combat turn within these flashing squares. You see I can't move past them now that I've turned this on. And if we park him, say, here in the middle of the bushes, he can't go very far at all. But if we get out here on the flat, on the road, you can get much further. We'll hit home to bring up the editor so I can show you how all this works. Right now we've got editing tiles. All the ones with a little purple S over top of them are solid. You can't walk through them all no matter what. And then we'll hit E to go into terrain editing mode. This may look a little chaotic, but you'll see like the road tiles right here I've marked as smooth. They've got a smooth line here and a little SM above them. Then all the grass is rough. It's got the jagged line and the RO. And then all the bushes are flagged as forests. They got a little tree. So currently you have to do all of this by hand. I like to eventually tie this into the tile set to save you the work from having to do each tile individually, but on the other end of the spectrum this does give you very fine-grained control over all of this. So for whatever reason you wanted some grass tiles to be rough and others to be smooth, you can certainly do that with the system as it stands right now. We'll drop back down out of editing mode. That's about it. I mean, you can put a character on anywhere on the map and just switch back and forth with F1, F2, and F3, and they'll slide all over the place. I should also show you that since Luke the Birdman flies, he does not care nearly as much about the bushes as, say, someone like Chester. We've artificially inflated Chester's land effect on bushes to 45%. Usually, I believe they're 30. But as you can see, Luke Luke doesn't care. Luke can fly all over these, anywhere and everywhere, no problem. Put Chester in the middle of the rough, though, and he starts having trouble. Alright, that's it. We'll just show you the closing credits. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed it.